Winners of 8 straight, the 11th ranked volleyball team plays a pair of top 20 matches this week. The Badgers play at number 16 Illinois on Wednesday at 8 p.m. on Big Ten Network. UW then hosts 14th ranked Ohio State on Sunday at 1 p.m. Head coach Kelly Sheffield is here. We'll have some opening comments and take questions.
I think we had a pretty good week individually with some players. I thought Kelly Bates had a monster week, and I think her hard work is starting to pay off and show a little bit in her all around game. Her and Taylor Morey have really been working hard at their ball control. They've been coming in early in the mornings, and I think I don't think there's any coincidence. We've had probably our last 4 matches have been our best passing matches of the season. I think Haley Nelson is probably turning into one of the top players in the conference over the past month, and we're excited about this week. We've got 2 teams that are, not just top 20 teams, but they're 2 teams that you could be facing that second weekend of the NCAA tournament if we're fortunate enough to still be playing teams that caliber of teams that you could be squaring off against to try to make a run to the Final Four. So we've got 2 teams that are playing really well. Illinois right in front of us, that they're as talented as anybody, and they're playing their best volleyball of the season right now. And an Ohio State team that we lost to at their place earlier in the season. So we're excited about getting back after it.
In your mind, what has been the difference since those 2 matches against Minnesota? Is it a young team growing up a little bit more, or what do you factor into the 8-game winning streak?
I mean, at the end of the day, Minnesota, they could end up being number 1 ranked team today. They're certainly, if not 1, then 2 or 3. We were right there. I don't know if there was this drastic change from where we're at right now to what we were then. I mean, we were right there in a couple matches against a team that's got a 2-game lead in the big. But I think our ball control is better now than what it was at that point. I think our outsides are certainly playing much better. Kelly Bates and Lauren Gillis certainly playing a lot better since they were at that point, and I think that's been pretty consistent since that point. I would say those are areas that we're doing a better job. Defensively, we're getting a little bit stingier as well.
Romana's she's had good matches and other matches where she isn't as assertive. Is she at full strength? Just talking about the consistency in her play.
Going back and watching the film, I was probably on our match. When did we play? Saturday night. Yeah. I was probably a little bit. Sometimes your eyes lie to you, as you know, and so during the match I was a little bit, frustrated with some of the stuff that we were getting out of her. After looking at the match, those guys just made some good plays, and then 2 of her hitting errors were just long, and so maybe my leash needed to be a little bit longer with her on that match. I think the other thing is we're still trying to figure out how to coach her a little bit. She's needing more time off than some of the other players. We're learning that. Her legs, coming out of last year, her legs get a little bit heavier than some others, and so does that mean 2 days off a week? Is that 2 days off in a row? Is it 1 day and then practice for a couple days and another day? We're still, we were playing around with some different things. We feel like we're starting to get a handle on the number of reps she can have and the number of times she needs off. And so we've done a lot of toying around and just trying to take information, but. I'm not worried about her. She hasn't put up great numbers past few matches, but truthfully, some of that might have to do with the coaches rather than her. I think when we get right down to it, she's going to be somebody that we're going to be able to count on.
Kelly, what has Taylor Morey meant to your program this year specifically?
Now, massive. You know, she. You know, I don't know if anybody loves competing more than Taylor. You know, she loves competing. She cares about her teammates. She loves being in the gym. You know, we have afternoon practices, but she's in there and brought Kelly in with her for early morning sessions as well. So here's a kid that's coming up to the coaches and asking for two-a-days during school season. You know, she's kind of a nut that way. She's grown up a lot as far as being able to handle her frustrations and you know, she doesn't get angry as much. She gets more determined now. I think she's done a great job of just leading. How do we show strength and fighting through when things aren't going our way? I thought Courtney Thomas did a great job of that the previous couple years. I thought Anne-Marie Hickey did that great 2 years ago. Taylor has kind of led that charge this way, is that you know, when it gets to be a grind, she's doing a lot better job of embracing the grind.
Anything else for Coach?
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Kelly.